Okay, hi everyone. I wanted to do a brief recap since it's the end of the month, just to follow up from last month and see how far we've gotten. So right now we stand about $7,400 total, about $3 apiece between M1 and F.I.R.E, roughly $800 in my 401, and then $300 in savings. And then the rest is kind of split up between all the little savings accounts and checking accounts that I have elsewhere. So between the end of this month and the end of last month, we've gone up right around $5,300, which is really good. I mean, a lot more than I expected. And I definitely can't promise I'm going to be able to keep up that pace every single month, but hopefully between 3,000 and 4,000 is going to be doable. And then maybe if I have a really good month, although August did have 3 pay Fridays, so that definitely helped. So for most month, it's going to only have 2, which of course is going to bring down how much I can put in for that calendar month. Now let's break down what I made from each investment. So for July, we had 7 cents from M1. I was only able to get 1 dividend that month. So 7 cents from M1 and 66 cents from F.I.R.E. And it took close to 3 weeks, maybe close to 3 weeks, to get this, $1 from F.I.R.E. And already I'm currently making about $1.50 per week. I'm trying to get to $1 per day would be a good little goal to hit. But so far from F.I.R.E, I've made $3.38 in August, and from M1 $1.39. So, and if we look at the upcoming dividends, we are on track. There's a couple more that haven't hit yet. So this may change a little bit, but I think in September I'm slated to make about $6.42. There are, I think, 1 dividend that I wasn't able to scoop up just because I missed that ex-dividend date. But then in October is when I start picking up all of the dividends for that month. So then it'll go 776. Keep in mind this is only a snapshot, so this will definitely change. This is assuming I never add to it. 776, 1025, and then in December 1169. But because I'll be continuously adding to it, that's going to have a rolling change. It's going to go up. It just takes a while to pick up the dividends because you have to wait around and pick up that ex-dividend date to see a change and whatnot. So my total, if you add in the stock photos, I actually had a good month for stock photography. I made 6. All the other ones combined made 628, and then I had one. I actually sold some T-shirts that had some of my pictures on it for the profit on that. I mean, it was like $32 was the sale, but my cut was $587. So when you add up everything so far, and I think in the next couple of days there's actually going to be maybe a few things. So we're at $16.92 for the month. I expect that to go right up to $17. I don't know if it'll pass it, but right up to, touching $17. So to go from May, where the total for everything was $4.24, and then we're already at $17. I'm fairly happy about that. I mean, again, if I never add anything else, about $16.66 roughly is what I would expect to make, not counting stock photography, which always adds a few more dollars. And of course, as things roll in, because it takes time. If you add money to Fundrise, it takes close to a week for the money to settle, so you don't start seeing the increased dividends until then. And then the same thing with the stock market. If you put more money into it, it takes time to really see the effect, because until the next dividend date for your new amount of shares, you're not going to see change. So it rolls. I mean, it's a rolling average, but this is just a snapshot in time. Roughly a little under $17 per month now if I never invested another dollar, which is kind of neat. I really like this thing about dividend investing is the market can go up and down, and it does. I mean, I think now I'm down about 1.5%, whereas just earlier this week I was down about 7%. But because I'm a dividend investor, I don't really look at that. But it is nice to see that you put in, let's say, $1,000, right? You put in $1,000, and it adds about $3 to your monthly income, basically for the rest of your life. If you have a good solid investment, and so that's pretty exciting that I can add money and get income for the rest of my life, a small amount of that money that I put in, but I get it back every single month. It really puts you in control. I mean, if you want to make, an extra $20 a month and just have 1 year bills paid for, fine, you can do that. And then you just scale up from there, and you just start replacing your bills. So what I did was I have a list of my bills from smallest to largest, which aren't that much. I mean, there's 5 of them, and they add up to $170 combined, all of them together. So I already have the first 2 knocked out, because those equal to $16, and I'm already at over $16. So basically 2 of my bills are paid for the foreseeable future. I mean, for as long as I have these investments, these 2 bills are paid for. And then I'm going to keep adding to that, and hopefully by, I would say, at least the end of the first quarter of next year, I'm hoping to have all 5 of those smaller bills paid for. $170, worth of interest income, basically paying my bills, and then from there I'll start to tack on the larger bills, food and gas and all that, till you get to the point where in about, hopefully, 5 years or less, you can add housing costs and everything, and at that point I will be, for all intensive purposes, I call it retired. I mean, I know I'm still gonna have to work, because that'll just meet my bills, but I consider retired because it gives me an option. I mean, when most people retire, let's say from the military, they retire at 40. They don't just stop working. I mean, they get another job, right? But the idea is that you give yourself so much more flexibility. You can choose, what you want to do, because money is not the main driving factor anymore. You can take a really interesting job, maybe overseas or somewhere that you've always wanted to visit. You can live there, even if it's just a 6-month contract job. You can do that because even if they pay something that normally you would not either want or you would not be able to live off of, you can take it and get that under your belt, that unique opportunity, because money is no longer the biggest factor about where you work. You can work where you want to work, do what you want to do, because you have that basic monthly income that's going to cover your needs, and then it's just up to you to make more money and add to it and grow that monthly income. So that's going to wrap it up. That was just a quick recap. I will be back on Monday, and there we'll try to set some goals and plan out September on Monday. Thanks.